Welcome back to Inheritance, the hardcore world which passes from YouTuber to YouTuber in the event that you die. Or until 6 months have passed. This has been a rule from the beginning, but I have not mentioned it as I was pretty sure I was going to die early on. I lost a month in May, so for June I wanted to make sure I grind a lot to make up for precious time that I've lost. At the end of July, I'll be handing off the world. So we'll be polishing off all the projects we've started, unveiling another grand work, and maybe even taking an adventure or two. To start this episode off, I thought we'd finish the long bridge leading from Meerstein and off toward Kartestadt, aka the Wool Road. While I was staring at this bridge, our very own Russian suggested that it might look best if it was a drawbridge. Now, we made a very small drawbridge for our wool castle, but that was a little more like aesthetic detail. I love the idea of making this a drawbridge for a couple of reasons, mainly that it provides our little queendom here with some extra security. So we'll build our suspension cables, remove the central pillar, and add a wooden drawbridge. That is the rough draft of the bridge. I don't know that trapdoors translate really well from a distance. I might replace them with slabs. There's also some slabs I left in place for now, which I think I'll remove. I'm going to sit on it for now and scout out the rest of the road. I'm going to need to create a path with lights and road signs, and then I'll need at least one more bridge. I measured out the space and created an archway for the bottom support. I used grass for the pathway since we're out in the countryside, with slabs to help create smooth travel. To keep with the theme of the world, we're using deep slate for the archway and support, while using spruce and stone for the roofing. This tree randomly grew here, just like this, and I love it. It's like the best natural spawn I've seen in a long time, so I'm gonna leave it. I found a design for the wool road that I enjoyed. I wanted to keep it feeling natural and earthy since the road takes us through the countryside. Using granite, polished granite, mud, and mud bricks, I built the pathway. For lights, I spaced out lanterns and added spruce details along the way. I planted crops, trees, and flowers to keep up the greenery. You too could walk the Wool Road. If you're a YouTuber who uploads on a fairly consistent basis, reach out so we can add you to the Discord. I wasn't sure what to do for HS's background. I decided to do snow-capped mountains with some falling snow to tie into her story on inheritance. Since I had myself holding a trident, I decided to give her a goat horn. While the grass agonizingly grew in, I decided to go ahead and add in an arrow as well. Her portrait now hangs in the sacred hall, where people can bring their offerings to receive good fortune on adventures in the snow and mountains. Hermione, I gave her a posy to hold as well as some trees in the background. She is our master gardener and has set us up with our crops and farmer's cottage, so I think that this serves her well. Caliber, I gave him an apple in reference to his physics video. I also gave him a backdrop in the nether, since I forged him into sort of a nether protection deity. Now we just have one more portrait to go, and we can move on to our offerings. At last, we have finished our portraits for the Sacred Hall. Because we've had a lot of wool built up at this point, that went by a lot faster than mine did. For Dukester, we gave him an ominous bottle because he died in the trial chambers, and some spruce trees, to reference his custom trees in Meerstein. With his portrait hung up in the hall, it is time to present some offerings for the ancestors in order to receive their blessings. For Aegis, I purchased a book of feather falling, that her reincarnation might be safe from fall damage. I also decided to leave each ancestor a diamond block, in payment for the diamond resources they had left, which have kept me alive so far. Miney died while trying to hide, so I went to gather some materials for invisibility potions. I brought some netherwort, golden carrots, and fermented spider eyes into the potions tower and brewed up my gifts. Caliber died in the nether when a wither skeleton shot him, and historians point to Dukester's need of mending during his death. So I gathered a book of protection and of mending, and could feel the blessings pouring in. Now we were ready to face down our final month inside of Inheritance. The days are counting down, and we have many things to attend to before our goodbye.